Hey everybody, it's Eric Vanny here, the realtor in Ottawa. Just wanted to talk about rain barrels for a moment. Over the years, I've noticed that a lot more of my clients have been asking me about growing stuff, and I love to grow food, I love to garden, so it's something that often comes up in conversations, and often people ask me about reducing the amount of water that they would use from the city by using rain barrels. You know, my grandfather always used to say that the plants like rainwater best, and you know, there's no chlorine in it, it's always at the right temperature because it's always at ambient temperature, and plants do really respond well to it. So having a rain barrel makes a lot of sense from an environmental standpoint, but also from a gardening standpoint for the plants. So I wanted to do a little video here just to explain some things about rain barrels, how you can get them, and what they can do for you. So the City of Ottawa has a great program to encourage people to use rain barrels. If you just Google City of Ottawa rain barrel program, you'll find it right away. They cost $60 each, and mostly they're made from repurposed food grade containers like this one over here, which I've had for 13 or 14 years. I've had this one and it's in great shape still. Every year I empty them at the end of the year, store them away in a shed for the winter, and they last a really long time. They're really nicely built. This one here, they silicone in a really nice faucet. That's pretty much the exact thing that you would want. You can make these on your own, just requires a little bit of legwork to find the proper faucet. It's not quite like a normal outside water tap. It's got a shallow mount on the back with a screw so that you can mount it into this plastic, the thin plastic of the barrel. I set mine up elevated here on some cinder blocks, so I just picked up 4 cinder blocks, which you can buy, you know, at any building store. It comes with a mosquito net on top, which is really important if you're going to be holding water, because stagnant water will quickly become a home for mosquitoes and you don't want that. The barrel is 220 liters, and I have 3 of these barrels going at the same time, and it really helps me to reduce my water consumption. I think last year I probably watered 2 days where I needed to use City of Ottawa water. One of those days I just used gray water from my kids' baths. I just filled buckets and used them. The rest of the time I was able to go from one rainfall to the next without actually using any water, and I have quite an extensive garden here, a lot of garden beds. As you can see, I'm just in the middle right now of setting things up. I've tilled a couple of them here. I've moved some of my plants that are perennials, like my mint here. I just keep it going every year and just move it. My plants are starting to come in already. This is a type of broccoli that I got that I've been growing over the years. Comes from my grandparents. This is a red lettuce that my sister brought back from Oregon. Beautiful, beautiful leafy greens. One of the only inconvenient things about having rain barrels is that in the winter you have to take them apart and get the water away from your house. So in the fall, what you do is you reconnect right over here your downspout with a downspout extension away from the house, and so that you're getting the water away from the house. And I use a couple little sheet metal screws in here, just little self-tapping screws that allows you to make sure that ice and buildup of snow will never pull this away from the way that it's set up, because you wouldn't want that. You wouldn't want water to get right close to the foundation. If this ever comes off here, you're gonna have water running right down the foundation, which is not a good scene. In the spring, what you would do is you would remove this, find a place to put it away. I like to store my 3 downspout extensions here behind my shed. There you go, tucked away for the summer. In the summer, we have this type of scenario here. This S-shaped diverter here. Just reconnect it back in. That allows us to get the water away from the wall and into the rain barrel. These rain barrels all have an overflow on them. So that comes out over here. So when it's almost full, you start to get the overflow coming out of this hose. In this case here, I'm just getting the overflow away from the house. I have a good slope away from the house, so as it flows there, it just waters the grass. So take some time and check out the City of Ottawa's rain barrel program. It's really worth it, and you'll be doing your part for reducing consumption of water and alleviating strain on our infrastructure, and the plants will love you for it because they like rainwater way better than they like the city water. If you have any questions about rain barrels, I'd love to answer them for you. It's Eric Vanny here, the realtor in Ottawa, saying have a happy growing season. Take care.